Good evening from Washington, D.C., and thank you to those of you joining us from around the world for news from a Catholic perspective. I'm Lauren Ashburn. Donald Trump defends his order temporarily banning travel from 7 Muslim-majority countries. It happened on his first visit as Commander-in-Chief to U.S. Central Command and U.S. Special Operations Command, headquartered at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida.
We need strong programs so that people that love us and want to love our country and will end up loving our country are allowed in, not people that want to destroy us and destroy our country.
The president also said he will not allow radical Islamic terrorism to take root in our country. Trump was briefed by military leaders and joined enlisted personnel for lunch. Federal courts are battling over President Trump's travel ban. We have team coverage. Correspondent Jason Calvi will take up Capitol Hill for a reaction. First, Wyatt Goolsby is at the White House, where the Trump administration is planning to get the travel ban reinstated. Wyatt.
Lauren, the Trump administration is planning on at least filing a brief of their own in response to filings from both Minnesota and Washington state. This is with regards to the ban. The White House has said for a long time that this is well within President Trump's authority, but attorney generals in both Minnesota and Washington disagree. They say if the ban is reinstated, it would unleash chaos again.
President Trump's executive order halted Friday by a federal judge in Washington state. Trump attacked James Robart in one tweet, calling him a so-called judge and his decision ridiculous. Just cannot believe a judge would put our country in such peril. If something happens, blame him and court system. People pouring in, bad. The executive order ramps up vetting for travelers from Iraq, Syria, Iran, Sudan, Libya, Somalia, and Yemen. The administration says those countries raise terrorism concerns. That was welcome news for many who were allowed back into the U.S. if they had a valid visa.
It feels amazing. It's unbelievable. I didn't see this coming anytime soon, so this is definitely beyond whatever I could imagine.
The Trump administration predicts the ruling will be overturned. Many protesting the executive order call it a Muslim ban. Trump advisors deny that.
It's about the threat to America. It's about people being mowed down in Nice. It's about people being killed in mass numbers in Paris, in Brussels, in Istanbul. We just don't want that to happen here on our shores, and that's why we did what we did.
President Trump once again defended his executive order while he was speaking to members of the military at U.S. Central Command. The Justice Department will represent the Trump administration with their briefs tonight. Lauren?
Wyatt, Washington State and Minnesota are not the only parties involved in the lawsuits. Tell us who else is involved.
Yes, Lauren, as it turns out, there are 97 companies that have also filed briefs on behalf of the two states, Minnesota and Washington as well. Those include a lot of tech companies, companies like Uber, Google, and Apple. They say that this particular ban harms them because it prevents them from being able to effectively recruit employees, especially employees out of the country. Lauren?
Thank you, Wyatt. The travel ban's rapid-fire court controversy isn't the end of the political storm, just the beginning. One Democrat is already using the I word, impeachment. Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi has more of our team coverage.
Lauren, California Representative Maxine Waters says she's not yet calling for the impeachment of President Trump, but she says he's making the case by his actions, including the travel ban.
I made the statement that I was going to do everything I can to lead him right into impeachment. I didn't call for it yet. Evidence has been gathered.
California Democrat Maxine Waters says that evidence includes President Donald Trump's travel ban.
What's unusual and not normal is that you would have a president who would cause this much chaos in such a short period of time.
The chaos for House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi is too much.
This president, who has acted in a way that is strategically incoherent, that is incompetent, and that is reckless. And that is not grounds for impeachment. When and if he breaks the law, that is when something like that would come up.
And lawmakers are debating the merits of the week-old travel ban. On Sunday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell told CNN he's urging caution while the courts decide if the ban is constitutional.
We all want to try to keep terrorists out of the United States, but we can't shut down travel. We certainly don't want Muslim allies who fought with us in countries overseas to not be able to travel to the United States. We need to be careful about this.
Some Republicans, including Trump's close House ally, Representative Chris Collins, blame the media for getting the story wrong.
The press is all over him on the travel ban and everything to do with claiming it's a Muslim ban, which it's not, a religious ban, which it's not. And I would not have used that language, but President Trump is trying to do what he can to keep America safe.
The top Democrat on the Judiciary Committee, Senator Dianne Feinstein, predicts this travel ban will end up all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Lauren?
Jason, what are lawmakers saying about the president's tweets criticizing the judge who blocked the ban?
Yeah, in response to President Trump's words that the man was a so-called judge, Republican Senator Ben Sasse says we don't have so-called judges.
All right, Jason Calvi, correspondent on Capitol Hill. Thank you, Jason.